You're not lazy, you're just terrified. You have that thing you need to do. You know you need to do it. You've known for days, maybe weeks, but you keep putting it off. Scrolling instead, cleaning instead, anything but that one thing. And you tell yourself, you're lazy. But that's not true. This is about you. It's about that feeling you have where the task sits there, waiting, and every hour you avoid it, the weight gets heavier. The guilt piles up. The shame whispers, you're failing. But you're not failing, you're just afraid. And nobody told you? That's what procrastination actually is. Here's what nobody explains. Procrastination isn't about time management. It's not about discipline. It's not even about laziness. It's about fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. And the worst part, you don't even realize you're afraid. Because fear doesn't always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like scrolling. Sometimes it looks like cleaning your room for the 5th time. Sometimes it looks like suddenly deciding now is the perfect time to reorganize your entire life. Anything to avoid the one thing that actually matters. But here's the strange part. The task itself isn't usually that hard. It's the story you've built around it. There was a philosopher named Seneca. He was a Roman Stoic who understood procrastination better than most modern psychologists. He wrote, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short. We are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of time." He wasn't talking about productivity hacks. He was talking about fear, about how we avoid what matters, because facing it means facing ourselves. Seneca noticed that people delay the important and rush through the trivial. They spend hours on things that don't matter and avoid the few things that do matter most. Why? Because important things carry weight. They mean something, and if you try and fail, that means something too. So you don't try, not because you're lazy, but because you're protecting yourself from the possibility of not being enough. You know what's the 3 truths about why you procrastinate? You're afraid of judgment. You need to write that email, make that call, start that project, but you don't. Because what if it's not good enough? What if they reject it? What if you look stupid? So you wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect words, for the perfect conditions. But perfection never arrives, because perfection is just fear wearing a disguise. The truth is, you're not waiting for perfect, you're avoiding being seen. Being seen means being vulnerable, and vulnerability feels dangerous. So you procrastinate, not because the task is hard, but because finishing it means letting go of control, letting people see your work, letting reality judge you. And that is terrifying. You're overwhelmed by your own expectations. You want to do it perfectly, not just well, you want to do it perfectly. You imagine the finished version, polished, impressive, flawless. And then you look at where you are now, at the blank page, at the messy beginning, at the gap between where you are and where you think you should be. And the gap feels impossible, so you don't start, because starting means confronting how far you have to go. And that feels overwhelming. Here's what the Stoics understood. Progress isn't about the end result, it's about the next step. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So what does he mean? He meant you should stop thinking about the entire mountain. You should just take the next step. That's all. One step. Yes, it's not perfect, but you should just do it. The fact is that you're addicted to the escape. Every time you avoid the task, you get relief. You find a temporary relief. Your brain loves that relief, so it keeps seeking it. Scrolling gives you relief. Watching videos gives you relief. Reorganizing your desk gives you relief. But here's the problem. The relief is fake, because the task is still there, waiting to be completed, growing heavier with every hour, and with every passing hour, the guilt keeps building, until the relief doesn't feel like relief anymore. It feels like numbness. You're not resting, you're avoiding, and deep down you know the difference. The ancient Buddhists understood this perfectly. They called it the second arrow. The first arrow is the task you need to do. The second arrow is all the suffering you add by avoiding it. You add the guilt, the shame, the anxiety to the uncompleted task. The task is just a task, but you've turned it into a monster. And now you're not just avoiding the work, you're avoiding the story you've created about what the work means. So what's actually stopping you? It's not the task, it's your ego. Your ego needs you to be perfect, to be impressive, to never fail, to never be judged. And because that's impossible, your ego keeps you stuck in the planning phase, in the thinking phase, in the someday phase, where you're safe, where you can't be criticized, where you can't fail. But here's the uncomfortable truth for you. You're already failing, not by doing it badly, by not doing it at all. And that failure is quieter, so you live with it, day after day, telling yourself tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes next week becomes next month. And the task just sits there, reminding you of what you're not doing. So what's the way out? I suggest you to stop trying to feel ready. You won't feel ready at any time of your life. Fear doesn't disappear before you act. It disappears when you act. The Stoics called this amor fati, love of fate, not waiting for perfect conditions, but working with what you have right now, imperfectly, messily, honestly. Don't care about the result, just do the task. Enjoy the process of doing the task. Here's your practice. Set a timer for 10 minutes, just 10, and work on the thing you've been avoiding. Not perfectly, not completely, just 10 minutes. No judgment, no pressure, just action. And watch what happens. The fear doesn't disappear, but it gets quieter, because you're not feeding it anymore. You're not giving it your attention. You're giving your attention to the work. And the work doesn't care about your fear. It just wants to be done. So what's the final truth? Look, you're not lazy. You're just scared. Scared of failing, scared of judgment, scared of not being enough. And procrastination is just how your brain protects you from that fear. But the protection is killing you, slowly and quietly. The Stoics understood that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in spite of fear. You don't need to stop being afraid. You just need to stop letting fear decide. Start the thing. Even if the start is bad, even if it's imperfect, but do the task honestly and let the fear come along for the ride. Because the moment you stop avoiding and start doing, everything changes. Not because the work gets easier, but because you remember who you are when you're not hiding. Remember that you're not lazy. You're just waiting for permission that will never come. So give it to yourself now, imperfectly, bravely, and begin the task.